we've somehow taken the ability to feel something away from people, as if we have to anesthetize them from feeling pain and sadness and loss. And this is a movie that I really think brings it head on in a beautiful way.
First off, as we're, just starting with this banter, I think this movie is such a good time. And I think with the trailers too, you nailed it. I obviously knew, seeing who was going to be in this movie. I didn't realize it was going to be such a fun, ensemble piece. It's literally like, I love Scooby-Doo. It's one of my favorite things. And it felt like that, this group of people.
It does feel like a Scooby-Doo movie.
Right.
It's spooky and funny. Who am I, though, in Scooby-Doo?
I'm thinking, actually...
Am I the dog?
No. I was going to say Daphne Velma.
Daphne Velma!
Mm-hmm.
Yes!
Yep.
Yes! Wow.
That'd be my guess. Yes. And I'm an expert.
Yeah. Chase, he's Scooby-Doo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can't with you people.
But it's definitely such a fun ensemble. So talk to me a little bit, about, I think when you probably get a piece like this, it's fun to read and work on, but when you actually get to film it, you guys get to bounce off each other.
They obviously spend a lot more time bouncing. I was kind of not allowed to move my head. So you talk about bouncing.
Yeah, we definitely bounced a lot. I mean, I did anyways, and I would, it was fun to play with Rosario with some improv. She was really good at it. Lakeith pretty good. The best though was Danny. Me and Danny, I think our first day working together was at that table, and I'm trying to tell him about astral projection or whatever. They're talking about the astral projecting, and it's so funny, me and him going back and forth, and then we're throwing down food, and I'm trying to tell him, and he's telling me, and we just started making up stuff. It was hilarious. It was so much fun working with him. Yeah, we just had a really great time. It was super fun playing with him. Owen is actually really good at improv, but he talks low, so he makes you lean in and listen.
Yes, he does.
He makes you listen, which is even better, because then I'm like, what did this preacher say? So we would be playing. It was fun. It's fun playing with them.
Yes. Plus, with both of you guys, too, your costumes are so fun.
Well,
yours in particular.
No, excuse me. The costumes for the whole film.
Yeah.
The style of the film. The homage to the attraction, the original attraction. This is all Justin, obviously, and his choice of Jeffrey Kurland. I've done Halloween movies where I wear bell bottoms and a ripped blue shirt for 45 years. I've never had costumes of this level of detail created, and it was extraordinary. It was the only time in my life I will ever get that opportunity, and it was just so fun. It was really the thrill for me. I mean, I'm trapped in the ball for much of the movie, and when we did our work together, I'm sort of in a head vice, and they're all, shooting the shit, and I'm trapped by a head vice.
And talk to me a little bit, too, about, like you said, those nods to the ride. I mean, of course, you have literally a blueprint there, but it did feel like you were kind of able to, there's way more time in a movie than a 5-minute ride.
Well, this is a reinterpretation. This isn't a literal interpretation. It is a artistic interpretation of the Haunted Mansion ride. It's a story about a lot of loss and grief, which is what ghosts are. Right, and the effect that has on people, the young boy, Lakeith's character, and then the people who help them connect back to the spirit world. And so, for me, it was really the costumes. There's a big Russian influence in the costumes, and so clearly she had come from Russia originally, then via the Bronx. But it was very important to me that was represented in the interpretation.
I feel like my character had a very African influence with the head wraps
yes,
and everything.
Very
but
much
at the
so.
Same time, my favorite part of the movie for me is when she comes to the house. When she first comes, she's trying to be like, I know what I'm going to do. Then when she comes back to the house, it's like, that me and Owen were improvising, in that part, and they kept everything that I had made up. And I couldn't believe that they kept all that. But then, when she comes back in the house after that, it's well, I'm not putting on no show for you no more. I got to figure out how to get rid of this. Like, you're not going to have me out here in the streets with all these ghosts on my back. Like, you're not having me like this. Like, the real Harriet starts to come out the more that she's present with everyone. But she tries to give the, I love it. I love the whole thing. For me, it's like super fun. The costumes, like you had 4 people helping you.
I did.
I had one person to help me, and I had these claws, and I wanted to put everything on myself and like let her tighten everything up because I wanted to feel like how would Harriet dress herself? How it she's wearing all these layers.
But she has nails that are this long.
Yes, but you know what? There are people that function with nails this long every day. Okay?
I know Niecy Nash.
Look,
she was on a show called
She
Claws.
was.
Yes,
I
yes.
know Niecy Nash.
Yes.
I understand that happens.
Yes, I'm able to eat all my fruits and
I
veggies.
know.
Like, it was easy. But it was difficult to put my clothes on and take my clothes off.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do it so that I can like kind of slip into Harriet. And that part was fun. Being Harriet is fun.
Yeah. I mean, I think all the characters are fun, but kind of like what you were saying too. I mean, ghost stories to me, I think are love stories ultimately, right? If you're haunted by something, you have experienced loss or trauma, and I feel like the movie really does have that. Yes, it's funny and it's gorgeous to look at, but there are all these entry points with all these characters who have experienced something, and I found myself getting really emotional watching it too, with so many moments.
But that's the history of Disney movies. If you go back to the beginning of Disney movies, they challenge you to feel something. I dare you to watch Bambi and not feel something. We've somehow taken the ability to feel something away from people as if we have to anesthetize them from feeling pain and sadness and loss. And this is a movie that I really think brings it head on in a beautiful way and in a fun way, but it doesn't run away from it. And I think that's Justin's gift to the movie. I think Justin's contribution, more than anything, is that beautiful connection to the spirit world and what that, as you just said, what is it really? It's about loss, and pays it fully in this film.
Yeah, it's like it's about grief and not letting grief pull you back, but moving past it. Every character in the movie dealt with some sort of grief, was dealing with some sort of a loss, but and not letting it.
And by the way, that's a human thing.
If you haven't experienced no loss, I think you are not a human. You are an alien.
Right, but I mean, that's really,
something right.
but that's the beautiful part of the lore of even the mansion itself. So I just think that they really honored that in a very respectful way.